Hi everyone, my name is Gil-Gutierrez and this is my This Is Me project. My 5 findings from my personal assessments are: in the Chapter 8 Emotional Intelligence Assessment, I discovered that I spend a lot of my time daydreaming. I also struggle to understand my feelings. Sometimes I struggle with expressing my feelings in a healthy and non-aggressive manner. The first step is identifying what you struggle with in order to be able to better yourself in those areas. From the Chapter 3 Online and Offline Self-Disclosure Assessment, I learned that I make very frequent posts about myself on social media, but I don't necessarily open up about who I really am. I've realized that in order to connect with others, I need to be more open and honest and vulnerable. In person, I am much more open and upfront about who I am. I try to be very transparent and straight to the point. In the Intercultural Communication Competence Assessment, I discovered that I am good at interacting with other cultures because my family comes from a different cultural background. I learned to be very conscious of my family's beliefs and their traditions, and definitely enjoy interacting with people from different cultures. I feel like it's really interesting and exciting. There's always something new to learn from other people with different backgrounds and how they perceive the world. In the Chapter 1 assessment about social media, I discovered that I am very heavily dependent on social media, more dependent on it than the majority of my friends or family. I wish that other people use social media as much as I did. I think that social media is a very helpful and exciting tool that we could all use for inspiration and to make connections and to find the people that we have the most in common with. In the Chapter 10 assessment, I learned a lot about my family's communication pattern. As I started getting older and I started living alone, I discovered that I was in a very sheltered, protective environment. Leaving the house, I wasn't really able to make decisions for myself. I was always scared to make a mistake. Instead, I would rely on other people to make decisions for me. Now that I am aware of the situation, I understand now that this wasn't a very healthy situation to be in, and that I can only grow from it and move on and learn how to make better decisions for myself, by myself. One of the 5 key concepts that I chose to talk about was practicing conflict management. In order to practice conflict management, it is important for us to define our needs and share them with the other parties, to listen to their needs. Then we must both generate possible solutions and choose what would best create a win-win situation for both parties. It is important that we stand our ground and know our boundaries and stick to them so that we do not end up settling for a win-lose situation. An important concept to understand is the concept of communication climate. If you're going to say something important to someone, be sure that you are in the right time, at the right place, and that there's no any other stressful outside factors going on that can affect the delivery of your message. Communication climate is very important because it can determine the way a person will perceive your message. It is important to create a positive climate instead of a negative one. Another very important concept to understand, this is love languages. This means that it is very important for us to explain what love means to us and how other people can show us that they love us, prove to us that they care about us. We need to clearly communicate what is our love language, and also if we want to prove to others that we love them, we must be aware of what their love languages are and how we can make them feel special as well. The 5 love languages are affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Another key concept was covered in Chapter 9, and this one is repairing damaged relationships. The chapter suggests to talk about the violation, ask for an apology by obviously stating the negative outcomes of the transgression. Then there must be an admission of wrongdoing, an expression of regret, and some type of compensation in order to repair the damaged relationship. Chapter 8 shows us guidelines on how to express our emotions. The first step is to recognize my feelings. The next is to choose the best language to express how I'm feeling. When we are expressing our feelings, it's important that we express multiple emotions so that we make it easier for the receiving end to really empathize with us and feel what we are feeling. There are 6 ideas to apply to my personal and professional life. Understanding my listening style and using it to my advantage to better build my personal and professional relationships. Another idea I would like to apply to my personal and professional life is understanding nonverbal communication and being able to use it to my advantage. Our appearance, our time, our posture, the way we present ourselves. This could impact our professors, it could impact our employers, and first impressions are everything, especially in the workplace. Another important idea influence language has on gender and interpersonal relationships. Sometimes situations can get awkward when you appear to be too nice. People can confuse you with you being flirty, so try to keep your language very professional and to the point. Self-disclosure and non-disclosure is a big idea I wanted to incorporate into my personal and my professional life. We just need to consider of where we do disclose enough information, where we don't, where to draw the line, and how to keep that healthy balance. Or another very important idea to remember is language is a very powerful concept. Language really defines your mindset as well, so we should be careful with the type of words that we are saying to others and to ourselves. Another idea that we need to be aware of is our self-talk. So we need to be very aware of our emotions constantly because they can really slow us down and, ruin our day. So that is it for this presentation. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!